Hi everyone, it's Flower Princess. Welcome to the first ever collective reading video on the Patreon. So today, I figured I would ask Spirit what we need to work on in terms of our inner child and what the themes are for today, okay? Alright. Spirit Angels Guides, there we go. Alright. 10 of Wands. What are we struggling to, what are our burdens? What are our stresses? Why are we not healing from those things? Or like, why aren't we figuring out how to look at this in a different way? You know, a lot of us, when it comes to the 10 of Wands, a lot of us think that we can handle every single thing on our shoulders, and we can't. Alright. 5 of Wands. Why are we fighting ourselves? Like, it almost feels like we are so used to the burden and the struggle and the basically fight or flight response that we were taught. And we can't figure out how to release them or how to like work with them. Knight of Cups upright. We have so much love to give, right? But we need to figure out the balance between I deserve this versus am I really worthy of this? Think long term, not short term. Just because there's a mountain in front of you does not mean you can't climb it. You've known your path for a really long time, so follow it. Fuck what everybody else wants you to do. Follow your own path. Be truthful and honest with yourself. Oh, French. Why are we stuck in the fear of not being good enough? What is one thing you wish you could have told your younger self, and how would they respond? Queen of Wands, because we've made out of the trenches, right? We've showed ourselves courage, focus, determination, and fearlessness. What I'm getting clairsentiently is that a lot of us just want to hug our younger selves and kind of console them. Okay? You know what they say about grief? It is always there when you least expect it, but it also teaches us about our emotions and how we feel. King of Cups. Emotional maturity, tolerance, balance, inspiration. Empathy. Okay. Today we are looking at our inner child and asking ourselves, what do we need? Not what do we want, but what do we need? Our willpower is stronger than our circumstances. With the Chariot card up right. What are some of the deaths? And I don't mean the deaths, but like, what are some of the grievances that we're struggling with? And why might you think that things aren't going to work themselves out from the inner child perspective, right? One thing about the inner child perspective is that they're very gracious, but they're also very honest, and they're very blunt when it comes to asking questions, just like a child would. So even if your inner child asks why, tell them because, not no, or don't just shut them off. Embrace them and say because, whatever. Because healing that inner child perspective and going about grief in such a unique way from the child's perspective, from the inner child's perspective, because they don't know what death is yet. They don't know what hardship is yet. They only know what innocence is. We as individuals grow, and life has an interesting way of playing out, but usually the innocence of the inner child does not know what grief and death is, does not know what loss, does not know what sadness is. It just knows innocence and levity and goodness. So where are you at in your inner child journey? Okay? Where are you at in terms of your relationships with grief and loss and transformation and death? Where are you at? Okay? Excuse me, guys. I do want to mention that there's like this crow or like hawk like bird in this moonlight. So crows is all about spiritual transformation, but also the rebirth, right? I don't know if you can see that. But yeah. What are some of the trials and tribulations that we have yet to sit with. Sit with and process in terms of emotions. I would also like to point out that the Chariot card is kind of giving me like this like avoidance quality right now. Some of you may be working with your inner child, so this may just be for a selective few of you. But some of you are also working with theirs, but also kind of ignoring healing parts of yours, parts of theirs, parts of, yeah. It's almost like a few of us are afraid of sitting with their inner child because they don't want to be seen as vulnerable or childish or too emotional, right? But Three of Wands upright is talking about expanding, releasing, moving forward, releasing, expanding the mind, growing, spiritual growth as well. One more card, guys, and then that'll be the end of the collective reading. Until next time. One last tarot card, and it's upside down. Yeah. Six of Swords, reversed, and the Death card at the bottom. Six of Swords, reversed. It's like you're still holding on to this version of yourself, or you're still holding on to this version of yourself, or how you perceive your inner child, and you're like, well, if I sit down and talk with them, or sit with them and sit with their emotions, I feel like some of you are afraid to invalidate your experience or youth, as if to say it's not real, but it's totally real. It's totally real. Everybody has an inner child. Everybody has a unique relationship with theirs. Some people never leave that innocent spirit, that youthfulness, and then some others seemingly forget theirs as time goes on, as they grow older and grow up. But let me ask you a question, and it was in today's channel song on TikTok by Julia Wolf, called In My Room. And the message that I got clairaudiently was, if you were in a room with their inner child, and you know, you were having a conversation, and the questions they would ask you, would you respond with a smile or with tears in your eyes? And either sentiment can have some level of understanding and realizations that maybe your childhood wasn't as, you know, bad or as fun as you remember it to be. Because everything comes with perspective, right? Right. So with that being said, collective, thank you so much for coming to the collective reading. If this resonates with any of you, let me know in the comments below. And the tarot deck will also be aforementioned in the description of the reading. And these 18 plus theme collective readings will come as they come to me. Obviously, we all grow and we all heal at different paces, right? So if you're not at this level, at this point in your journey of healing your inner child, of integrating your inner child, totally cool. If you're just starting to figure out what your inner child is, that's cool too. If you are quote unquote graduating to your inner teenager, also cool, right? But thank you so much, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.